Okay.
Okay.
Hello, everyone. Happy Friday. We're back. How's it going,
Hello.
Alpha?
It's going good. It's going good. Quite excited. I
Why?
had drama this week, so maybe because I've seen so much drama this week, I'm excited. Because we all know I love the drama.
What is wrong with you, man? What is with the drama? Oh my God.
Drama makes life interesting. You know, I live in a country where people are very boring. So it's like, for us, it's always like, oh, there's drama. Oh, yes, our life is exciting now.
Come over to the States, man. There's always drama here. And yeah, tonight we're going to be talking about some kind of crazy drama. It's it's something got put on my radar. So tonight should be a pretty interesting show. So, first of all, as you know, guys, on Friday night, it's all about finding out what happened during the week and just getting together as a family and having fun. So, mi casa is Sue's casa. Make yourself a drink. Better yet, better make it two. And for snacks today, we have an interesting concoction by my son Gage. I forget what he called it. An elixir made of black jelly beans. So we got black jelly beans for the day from Munchie. So help yourself, guys. So let's see what we got. We got Wild Angel. Hey, woohoo! It's Friday. It's Friday. Ooh, what do you got?
I got chocolate. It is hazelnuts and shortbread.
Ah, I raised you chocolate and with a Old Faithful. Haha! From Idaho Candy
okay.
Company.
That sounds cool. That sounds interesting.
They're good. I try really hard not to eat things because then I'm like a little kid. I get over my face or my shirt and need like a bib. Yeah, I can't go out in public.
Yeah. I think that's why you stay indoors all the time. Wild Angel, good job on that.
Yeah. I only go out when on a leash, and anytime it says pets must be on a leash, I'm not allowed to go to those places. They don't let me in.
Wild Angel's attacking me in the comments here.
Yeah, I see that. I tried to send him one of those, but he didn't pick up the pack. Oh, the fight's on. There's your drama. Yeah, we send something all the way across the world, and you don't even bother picking it up. And then he glitches out. See, you just did that glitch, Alpha.
I know I'm back. I'm not glitching anymore.
Exactly. And there's Mom, Hope Giver. Hey there, you handsome gentleman. I know she's talking to you because she's not talking to me. That's for sure.
You know, it's the
says, "Hi, Mom." Yeah, rub it in. You get enough hair for like 3 people, so can I just borrow some of yours? We'll be good, man.
We can just snip off like 2 inches or so.
Yeah, we'll do that. Oh my God, yeah.
I have like another 2 inches left.
Even when I had all my hair, I never had hair that thick. That's just crazy. So, well, let's get up to speed on the crypto things. A few things that have been happening, going on in the world, and then we'll get this crazy party started because tonight's topic is going to be pretty impressive. AI security. And, man, we start learning about that. It's kind of terrifying. So we're going to go down that rabbit hole in a minute. But first, let's jump into the crypto space. So, got a couple things to share with you guys. Now, first of all, is if you're involved in Xandia, okay, whether it's for the governance or the liquid staking, the claims are now open. So you can go out and claim your Xandium tokens if you've been doing that. And I'm going to put these in the chat down below because there are 2 different claim sites. There you go. So whether you're doing the liquid staking or whether you're doing the governance staking, there are the 2 different sites you can go to claim. Now, personally, I've already claimed mine, which is great. I didn't have a lot, but made a few bucks on it, so it's kind of nice. But, Xandium is one of them that I do have a node up and running and just getting it set up. In fact, Alpha, you helped me set that guy up, and that was challenging, to say the least.
That one was challenging. Oh, that one had us scratching our head.
Yeah, it really did. But yeah, the staking is still possible. You can put it in. And the great thing I love about Xandium is I can put my Solana in to a liquid stake, which means it's immediately withdrawable any point in time. But it converts my Solana to Xandium tokens. Solzan, if I remember how they call it.
Yeah.
And then the rewards go out to the validators. Now, the validators pay the rewards back in, raising the price of Xandia. So even though my Solana's sitting there, it's converted over, but as the Solana price goes up, the Xan Sol price goes up, and it's earning rewards. And if I remember right, I looked, it's about 18% APY right now. So not too bad. So
It's
if
actually
you guys want
really good APY on single stake. You don't get that often.
No, and it was much higher when it first came out. But guys, if you want to do your research on Xandia, there's a link right there in the chat. Go check it out, learn about it, and I'll probably have a video coming up here very soon about that. Okay, so the next one is Tari Universe. Now, Alpha, you introduced us to Tari Universe a couple weeks ago. Now, they are about to hit their mainnet, May 6th, next week. We're 4 days away.
3-4 days.
Right. And now, Alpha, I know I've been running the testnet, trying it out, and I've earned pretty good stockpile of gems. Now, how have you been doing on that, buddy?
I think mine is a lot slower, but I think I'm around the 70k point now. Which I was actually surprised. I was like, whoa. I was like it was very slow for a bit and kind of sped up, and then it slowed down, then it sped up, and it slowed down. And suddenly I was on like 69k. I was like, whoa, what happened?
Yeah, mine went up, and I thought it went up higher than I thought it dropped. So I don't know. Maybe it's just me.
But it did drop. It actually did drop. So with the previous round of the testnet, there was some error where it caused it to double the gems. So maybe that's actually what happened. Shoot, I need to double check now.
Okay, that makes sense. Because, I was up at like 1.4 million, and then I dropped to like 1.1. I'm like, what just happened, man? I lost 200,000 gems. But the important thing to note there, guys, is if you are in the Tari Universe and you are collecting those gems, even after mainnet launches, please understand those gems are going to be vested for 6 months. So you're not going to get an immediate payday. But for a lot of us, that's actually a good thing because it means that price is not going to crash instantly from people who are early adopters and miners. They have to take their profits out over time, so it's not just going to wreck the project. So personally, I'm a big supporter of Tari. I think it's going to be great, and I love the fact I can do it with pretty much any machine. And we got CK in the house. Hey, CK, what's up, buddy? Good to have you here. Says, hey, happy Friday. Happy Friday, buddy. So in case you missed the alpha introduction of Tari last week, we're going to play it again for you real quick. So let's go ahead and run that video clip.
Must go faster.
It's been 84 years.
What are you waiting for, huh?
Jesus, fucking.
Today, we celebrate our Independence Day. If you ain't first, you're last.
Okay, so there you guys go. That's the video clip released from Tari Universe. And if you want to do your research, then here's your referral link here. Go in, dive in, learn about what they're doing. Because, Alfie, you introduced me to it, and I got super excited. I got in immediately, started playing with it. And it doesn't cost you anything. You don't have to buy NFT. You don't have to do anything. But you can start building the blockchain right at day one. So, guys, I highly recommend, personally, if you're one of those that likes to get in and just try things, man, give it a go. I think you'll like it. High level, what is it? That's good. Good question, CK. So, Alpha, give us a quick high level overview. What is Tari?
It's a new layer 1 blockchain that's going to Like that's literally all we have. It's like it's a new layer one blockchain that uses Rust for everything. It's super fast, it's super efficient, and it's going to be bloody awesome. Oh, and it's proof of work also. Like none of that proof of stake nonsense. But that's literally what it boils down to. New proof of work blockchain layer one. That's not a layer two of Ethereum or anything like that. It takes a lot of inspiration from Bitcoin actually. And it has this thing where it's like a layer one, and then it's a layer two already built in from the get-go. So you have like the layer one that's a lot like Bitcoin, where all mining is done. And then you have the layer two, where everything gets settled to the layer one, kind of like how Ethereum and all of its layer twos act. I think actually Bitcoin has some layer twos that act the same. I think it's Lightning Network and a few others. It's pretty damn cool. I think it's going to be pretty awesome. And I think what's even better is that they made it extremely accessible for people to be able to mine. You know, like a lot of blockchains, proof of work ones, they kind of have very strict requirements of things, but Tari is just like, here's an application, go ahead, do it. Anyone can do it.
Now it is ASIC resistant from what I read in the documentation though. So that's great. You can use your CPU, your GPUs, kind of whatever setup you've got and whatever you got lying around, man, just plug it in. And as we know, getting in the first few days or hours or whatever, you can actually get some pretty nice returns, even with low-end equipment, because the difficulty is so low. So I got to tell you guys, that's what I'm going to do. As soon as it goes live, I'm going to put my GPUs and my CPU to work on my main system and run it for a good 10, 12 hours, full bore. And it's like, okay, I'm going to walk away, see how it does. Maybe it'll do great. Maybe it'll do horrible. I really don't know. But do your own research and decide what's right for you.
I definitely think
I hope so. That's what I'm hoping, man. That's what I'm hoping.
Especially the first few days, because like they've stated that 70% of all the tokens are going to go to people who are mining. It's like that's most of the tokens. They're only taking 5% for the foundation.
Yep.
5%.
That's awesome. Usually I see 25, 30%, 40% or more. It's like, dude, seriously, what's going on, guys? Yeah. So I think it'll be pretty cool. And says Sticks, Lightning, etc. sounds dope. What's the unique difference?
Oh yeah,
that's a good question.
There too. What's the unique difference? They actually, you know, they come in with everything built out from the scratch. So they're not requiring someone to come and build the layer two afterwards. They built it in a way that these two are already working perfectly together. You know, like kind of Stacks and Lightning, everything had to come and be built for Bitcoin afterwards, while their layer two has already been built for it from the get-go. And it's like, they're also doing something that's actually very similar to Bitcoin, no layer twos, in that their native token, you have to burn the token on the layer one to get the token on the layer two. So the limit is the same as what's on the layer one. And every transaction burns a small part of the gas token. So eventually it's going to get less, which means people have to keep mining and they have to keep converting so that people can keep running on the chain. You muted.
Okay, thank you. And of course, burning the token, that means reduced supply, which means increased value right off the bat. So it's got a lot of cool mechanics to it. I highly recommend do your guys' research. Go out, check out Tari. So I'm excited about it. Alpha, I know you are, buddy. And but for you guys out there, man, don't listen to me. Don't listen to this guy or anybody else. Do your own research and decide what's right for you. Always.
Yeah. Both in deflationary mechanisms and not in the horrible way too. It's like they're not going to be burning 1 billion. I think the supply is 21 billion. They're not going to burn 1 billion off the bat because, burning mechanism. They're doing it in a way where it's going to gradually go. It's gradually going to get eaten up over time as people use the chain. It's like that. Exactly. That just makes sense, at least to me.
So, like an organic growth we always love, now it's going to be an organic burn. So it's really pretty cool all the way around. So definitely check that out, guys. So, okay, let's move on because, man, I want to get into this party tonight. This could be some crazy stuff. I love it. Okay, so another thing, guys. If you have a SkyX weather station, you may already know this, but some of you may not. In the SkyX app, you can actually claim 5 nanotokens every 6 hours physically. Now, your device is automatically collecting 25 nanotokens every 6 hours automatically. But here's the secret, guys. You don't even have to have a device. That's right, I tested this today. You can actually go in, get the SkyX app, even without a device, and start collecting 5 nano tokens every 6 hours. So if you're looking for a free money opportunity, check out SkyX and just download the app. Just 5 nanos every 6 hours. And so, that's a trick. I'm not telling everybody, only you guys, because we're family here. So I'll tell you my secrets. But yeah, I am absolutely using a spare phone behind me that has no devices and is earning nano tokens every 6 hours. So might be worth checking out there.
That does sound worth checking out. Also, I mean, it's literally free.
Right, exactly. It's free money.
That does make me think, like, damn, isn't that just going to make everything inflationary very quickly? Scared of the token price now.
Right. And I'm going to put the link tree in here for SkyX because I want you guys to do your own research, things like that. Seeing the words from the screen show. Not sure if, let's see. Is anybody else having time seeing words from the screen share? Not sure if I'm having latency or what my end. That SkyX is going to be awesome. Yeah. I don't know if anybody else having problems reading it. It could be blurry. It's a really big monitor and hard to say.
Yeah, it could be that. Yeah, I think it might be that because it is kind of tiny. But it's fine.
Right.
We know what you're saying.
Yeah, but definitely go do your own research. But I want to let you guys know that you do not have to have a SkyX device to earn nano coins. That's one of the things that's going on right now. And if you do have a SkyX device, then make sure you're going in and collecting your bonus nano coins every 6 hours.
I think that's pretty cool. So they're trying to onboard some more people, kind of have that incentive to be like, come. With the devil whispering in you, come.
Exactly. And CK says, my internet is lagging a bit too. Local issue for me, though. Okay. That's okay, CK. You're not the only one. I know somebody else has problems like that.
Not me.
We were talking about that earlier. That's the only reason I'm giving you a hard time about that, Alpha. Okay, so for those of you who are more the tinkerers like myself, one thing I know I've talked about before is junk coin. Now, this is where I'm using the little ESP32 devices to mine a meme coin. It's kind of fun to play with, but they have just changed their structuring, which is before you had to join the Discord, do certain tasks to get the mining roll, then you could start mining the junk coin. Well, they are in the process right now of changing that over to purchasing an NFT, and then you can start mining the coin. Now, they haven't pulled the switch yet, but right now you cannot get a mining roll without the NFT, and the NFTs have not been released yet. But here's the trick. If you have been mining them already, you have the ability to purchase an NFT and have multiple miners. That's the first time that's ever happened with junk coin. So me personally, I already got an NFT because I was an OG miner. So anybody who's already been mining, you should have already received that NFT, so you should be good to go. But if you want to add another miner on, then keep an eye out in the Discord, and I'll put an invite to their Discord, and check them out because they're a great bunch of guys. Anytime I jump in there, Wally is absolutely amazing. He has always been super helpful. So there's the link to their Discord. Let's see. It says, you need to set mine up. Yeah. You don't have an ESP32, Mom. We'll work on that. And Rook says, thanks. Yeah, I thought my vision was going bad or something, but love SkyX, and a lot of the issues that people have been having are now fixed. Any issues come up, we'll tell everyone to update. Cool. Thank you, buddy. I appreciate that. And yeah, so far, SkyX been working great. I've had no problems. I don't know about anybody else out there, but if you do, man, jump to Discord and get some assistance on there. And Wilder says, Dylan, I spend so much time on the computer, my vision's always fuzzy because my eyes are tired.
I think
I'm just old.
To say spin.
Yeah, I'm just old, man. I've got to wear these things to see my damn screen. Out driving around, I don't need glasses, but yeah, anything within 5 feet, I can't see anything anymore. It's horrible. Welcome to being an old man. Okay, so one other thing I want to tell you guys about is Alpha. We talked with Johnny from Valley Arcade just a couple weeks ago.
Oh, yeah.
And I've been in Valley Arcade playing some of these games, and guys, these are a blast. And the coolest thing is that they give you a certain amount of tickets every month for free. Now, the Valley ticket will later, when the TGA occurs, be worth a 1-to-1 ratio of Valley tokens. Now, the fun part is you can go and compete for high scores and earn more Valley tickets by just playing the games. And they're actually pretty damn addicting. I can say that I've spent several hours in the last week playing some of these games. So I would highly recommend go and check them out and start having some fun when you're playing to earn. It's not those endless mind games. They're actually very simple, but they're very challenging to master. And how some of these people get these high scores is insane. But I'm going to put this in the chat here, and I want to give them a shout out because I spent almost 2 hours talking to Johnny. I think it was on Tuesday. And it looks like Down Home Crypto just might be working a deal with Valley Arcade to help all of you out there. So keep your eyes out, because this is one thing that I'm personally very excited about, and I think it's going to be a lot of fun. Now, they do have nodes, and they have a few more available at the $375 price range. I'm looking at picking one up here for DHC, but those are going to have a long-term continuous output of Valley tickets up until they turn into Valley tokens. Then they will earn Valley tokens. And make no mistake, this is a real world business that's being built here. Johnny already runs an arcade in New York, and he's putting these in 5 different ones. So every time you pick up a node and those arcades are getting played, you're earning the Valley ticket into tokens. Yeah. And I can confirm, I can confirm a little piece of alpha is that Johnny did confirm the Valley tickets will be a 1-to-1 ratio to the Valley token at the TGE. I don't know if anybody else has gotten that information yet. I kind of dug it out of him, but he did say I could share that information with you guys. Just don't tell anybody. So that's my secret there. Let's see. Rogue says, I recommend getting in ASAP on Valley. We talked to Johnny a lot, and it's 100%. Yeah, I agree. Buddy. It is. And so I'm pretty excited about it, and they very much might be a partner here at Down Home Crypto. So, keep an eye out. We might have some interesting news for you.
Also, it's nostalgic. Who doesn't love a good arcade game? Oh, come on, man.
Exactly. I mean, come on. It's like, yeah. I keep an arcade in my office because it's so cool.
And I think he said he owns a bar, right? So it's a bar with the arcade machines, and that's kind of what he's targeting. So he's going to go have it in all sorts of bars all over. I'm just like, oh, that is so freaking cool.
Right. And there's going to be a lot of events, not just bars. Think about it like Chuck E. Cheese or Pojo's or any of those arcades where you went in, you played skee-ball or video games, spit out those tickets. Then you took those tickets up to the Merc store. They're going to have their own Merc store also. And you can trade those tickets in for Merc or wait and trade them in for actual crypto that'll have $1 value. So there's a lot of things going on, and I know there's a lot of events they are going to be hosting. They're actually going to take these trucks and ship these games to different events. So make no mistake, they're making some huge moves out there.
He also mentioned that you'd be able to exchange it for as Dylan's saying, yeah. Think about it, wink wink. He mentions you can use tickets you earn to buy stuff at the bar, arcade, or arcade, etc. Think about the earning potential. You can use your tickets to swap for a pizza if it's a place that has pizzas, or a burger, or a free beer if you're at one of the ones that's at a bar. It's that's so freaking cool.
Oh yeah, or $1 off your meal, $1 off your drink, or maybe have enough tickets you're buying everybody around, whatever it is. That gives it a real world use case, and man, that's one thing that gaming in Web3 has been missing. Now, one of the coolest things, and I'll get off this because I know you got one more piece of info you want to share, but one of the coolest things is you don't have to be a crypto person to get involved. In fact, when you play this game, if you get a high score, it'll automatically say, do you want to save your high score? If so, enter your email address. Now, when you do that, it will automatically create a custodial wallet for you. Those tickets go into that wallet. Now, of course, from there, you can always take control of that wallet and get the seed phrase out and offload that, or transfer those tickets and crypto off to another wallet. So it's really neat that they're opening this up, that somebody who's not in Web3 can put in their email address. It will automatically make them a wallet and keep that stored for them for long-term hold. At any point in time they want to evolve and become a crypto person, they can withdraw it, cash it out, whatever they want to do. So they're really trying to bridge that gap from Web 2 to Web 3.
And they're doing it in a bloody cool way. Jeez, just imagine all the people that go to whatever places they're going to. Just oh, that's a cool arcade. Oh, cool. I can get 25 tickets because I got the highest score. Okay, cool. Here's my email address. And then afterwards they're what was that arcade thing? Oh, it's crypto related. Dope.
Right. Save up your tickets now. Next time you go back to that bar, it's hey, I ate enough for dinner, man. All right, let's go out to eat tonight. I mean, there's so many cool facets that are involved in this. So I just want to let you guys know that I have been spending a lot of time. And the great thing is right now, when you're playing and you're getting tickets, those tickets will be converted to crypto later. So you can use it at the Merc store, use them at the place you're earning it. But if you're playing at home online, you still earn tickets and trade that for crypto at a later date. So a lot of different ways we can do this. Okay, we both clicked. Drunk people playing games. Good time killer and beverage inducer like at the scene. Yeah, exactly. I mean, it doesn't get any better than that.
And it's not even casino because it's skill based. Like that is, you have to be skilled at the game. So you can be drunk and lose constantly. But then again, if they're losing constantly, they have to pay for it somehow, and that's how you get value out of it for older node holder or having tickets at all. Whatever the token's going to be called, let's just say value tickets.
And you guys can, you and your buddies can argue, it's like, who's going to get the highest score? And so, it turns into a game within a game and competition. It's so much fun. But definitely go check them out. And I'll put the website again here. And man, just have some fun with it. And trust me, checking it out is not going to be a waste of time. As an arcade lover myself, I've found a lot of fun in these guys. I suck at them compared to the other players, but the high scores reset every single day. So keep that in mind. Okay,
also
now Alpha.
Me and Serenity had a good conversation with him live, so you can go look for that video too.
Exactly, and don't forget to check out Alpha's Alpha channel. Alpha, make sure. Actually, I think I've got it right here. So you can always head over to YouTube on Alpha's channel and watch that interview as well. I'll put that in the chat right here. And while you're there, make sure to like and subscribe to Alpha's channel because this boy is working hard trying to build up that audience, get those people in. And we've had some interesting conversations with some people, and I've had some amazing conversations. That's the great thing is here I've always kind of tried to keep things fairly safe. Alpha, you're kind of a little more risque, my man. You're what's like, I'm putting it out there. Let's go all in.
Sometimes you need to take a little risk. But I will say I have a really cool conversation coming up with someone that has a really fascinating RWA. My tongue is so bad with W's, but anyway, real world asset thing. And I think it's going to be an exciting conversation. Of course, we're going to have Serenity over there, like throwing out random questions, just like throwing the pointed question. And I'm going to be like, oh, yeah, let's go.
I always come out swinging with those weird ones. Everyone's like, the hell did he just ask? Did you ask me? Yeah, I asked. I want to know. Come on, give it to me.
I did ask him also if he wants to bring a buddy. So maybe he'll have another friend that's also doing an RWA project. So he was like, we'll see. If it's just him, it's fine. If he brings a buddy, it's even better. Like, I'm excited.
Well, then it's more of a fair fight. Then it's 2-on-2 instead of 2-on-1. Because I always kind of feel like we're beating up on somebody because you're being nice, you're asking these questions. I'm just, hey, give me the answer. Yeah.
Yeah.
We're kind of tag team.
Maybe we all be being a little mean shape.
That's okay. Hey, we're finding the truth. That's what we're digging for. And as you guys know, we have no problem digging until we do find the truth. Now, Alpha, you had something you wanted to share with us today, and I know nothing about this. So, buddy, you're going to have to take the reins and let me know what this thing is all about.
Okay, so this is Towns or Towns Protocol. It's kind of like most of us are familiar with either Slack or Discord or maybe both. So it's a decentralized version of it. So everything is kind of on chain. They have their own chain called Town Chain. I think that's what they called it. I need to go double check. So they have their own chain and you run nodes and everything. Everything is done in this decentralized manner. So like look at that earnings. 7,000 ETH in the last however long they've been up. And yet 90% of that went to the people that own these Discord communities. I mean, town communities. Towns, whoever the town owners, okay.
How hard is it? Towns, man, come on, it's a town.
I'm sorry. So the mayors of these towns have gotten 90% of all of that. So they've made 1.2 million in fees, yet 1 million of that basically has gone to the people that own these towns. Because when you create your town, you get an ownership NFT. You get an NFT in your wallet that states that you are the owner of this town. And it's gated communities half of the time. You can charge people a fee or not charge them a fee or whatever. It's freaking cool. And it doesn't look that bad either. I mean,
no,
it could look a little better, but it looks pretty damn good as it is. So I'm just like, damn, I need to go set up a town.
Yeah, we're going to have to check that out. Because, maybe we'll have a special Towns channel in Down Home Crypto. Who knows? Yeah,
what's even cooler is that you see there's somewhere there about that resources. Wait, no, back to bottom. I think it's there. Is that developers? It says run a node. So technically, we could run a Down Home Crypto node, although the requirements are pretty hectic. But we might just end up running a Down Home Crypto node at some point in time because it would be really cool to have our own node. Like, why not?
Yeah. Dude, we love nodes here, as you know. You and Alpha, we fought a lot with nodes, and we got a lot of them up and running. So I'm definitely going to be doing some research on this. So thank you for bringing this to my attention, buddy.
I think it would be really cool. Although we do have to get people to delegate some town to the node, but it'll happen. We'll get there.
That's something I've always wanted to do, Alpha, is I always wanted to create a project that the entire down home crypto community could invest in. I kept thinking before, like maybe a miner or a node or something like that, and then fractionalize that into like NFTs. And I've actually talked to Cyril about this, how we do that to avoid the security things. And he's got some pretty cool ideas. But yeah, I mean, if we had to come up, let's say, I don't know, I'm throwing numbers out. I have no idea. $1,000 or whatever. Okay, so let's make up, 100 NFTs and, sell them for $10 a piece. There you go.
Yeah.
And we do that, like, okay, and every NFT gets, 90% of that proportion. So 10% goes to actually running it, the hardware, whatever's needed. And 90% goes back to the NFT holder. But it's all, you have to be part of the community. You have to be one of us to be a part of that. And so I've always wanted to do that, something within DHC. Not a full-blown project, but something where we could, whether it's by, an edge computing device or a miner or a node, there's got to be a way. So guys, if you have suggestions or ideas, please DM me sometime and let's talk about it, because I would love to get a way where we can fractionalize things and make it affordable for people to get into some of these projects that have a pretty hefty barrier to entry.
Yeah, I think one of the ones that we were looking at, what was it, Conduit? Oh my goodness, Conduit was expensive. It still is, but damn.
Yeah, 5K, yeah. 5K, and I saw the device. The device is only about yay big around and about yay tall. It's like, that's $5,000? Man, I gotta get another job.
Yeah, that's crazy price. That is,
it is
crazy.
Okay, so man, I totally forgot the topic for tonight. I know what it is, but I don't remember what I labeled it.
Here's it.
There you go. Look at that. Alpha's on the job. Okay. AI. So if you guys have any questions, please throw them in the chat here about anything we covered tonight or anything else you've got going, and we'll try to answer it real quick. But AI surveillance, protection, or profiling. Now, this was brought to my attention, actually, thanks to Cyril, who shot me a video over the other day. Then I started digging into this. I started watching some other videos. And I even shared a couple of them in the Down Home Crypto Discord. Now, if you haven't checked those out, man, I highly recommend it. It's a mind-blowing technology. And essentially what they're doing is utilizing artificial intelligence to not only monitor people in traffic situations like that, watch for crimes, it actually sorts out the camera feeds across cities and things like that, where they can type in, say, okay, find a white male with a red shirt from this time to this time. And it will go out across all the traffic cams recordings and find clips of all of those and then superimpose them over on the screen showing where they were and what they were doing. And then from there, the detective or whoever can start picking them out. And they say, okay, so this one, and then from there, they can actually go back and say, okay, now follow the pattern of that guy back 12 hours. And it'll go through every video camera where that person was located and track everything he did prior and everything he did after that event. It's like, okay, this is getting weird. But then it goes even a little crazier. But before we get into that, let's get the party started and get everybody up here on stage. Now, of course, it's never a party. Do what?
I say we got a few cool guests, so we got to bring them into the conversation too.
Oh yeah, they're much cooler than we are, man. Come on, we're just us. They're the cool people. So, of course, the most beautiful woman of ever is Miss Wild Angel. How's it going, love?
Hi, guys. I'm great. I'm glad. Listening to you guys chat about stuff kind of catches me up for the week.
Good. I'm glad we could help. Hope we got you up to speed. Have you been claiming your nanos on your SkyX?
I didn't know about it.
Neither did I, and that's why I wanted to make sure everybody else knew about it.
Although
Now we
the other
know.
night I checked on it, and it's like, harvest or claim or something, and so I clicked the button. Poof, the balance went up.
There you go.
I'm
That's an
thinking-
extra 5 nano.
Oh, I was thinking I had just maybe hit it just right where it didn't like auto dump.
Nope.
So
Mm.
yeah, now I know to go in and check it several times a day.
Exactly.
Thanks for the info.
Happy to do.
Now we know.
See, even I don't get the info till I watch the show,
She lives with me.
right?
That shows you how good our communication skills are.
I'm his boss, and I don't know.
Whoa.
Yeah.
We need to tighten the reins here.
Somebody needs to be reading their memos I send over that nobody reads. Oh wait, I don't send
And I
memos.
love
Never mind.
and I love the new setup.
Thank you. I was wondering
You're
who's going to
very
mention
big
that
now.
first.
We're very big now.
Yes.
Yeah.
We are redesigning things a little bit. The biggest thing here is to keep things fresh. And so, we've had the different background, the different logo. Want to change things up a bit. And guys, if you haven't seen the thumbnail, I thought it was an absolute blast. I had fun with this, and I used AI to generate this. So if you didn't pay attention to the thumbnail, I'm going to show you a close-up of this real quick. This is actually, let me click the right button. There we go. There you go. That is what AI says our group looks like. Man, I wish I looked that sexy. Look at him. Man, that's like Mr. Clean Sexy.
Oh, knows.
I mean, Deb looking me too. Jeez. Whoa.
Smiley.
Alpha looks
Whoa.
grumpy.
I didn't look grumpy.
Alpha looks like his thumbnail. It looks pretty cool.
It does look cool.
Does look good. Now, some people aren't too big of fans of this new thumbnail, and one is Mr. Crow himself. What's up, Bird God?
What up?
Whoa.
I love it.
Yo.
Oh, you do? Okay.
I think it's cool. I just think I definitely look very homeless in it.
Kind of scruffy.
Way scruffy, and with the tank top on, it's perfect. I look homeless. It's great. I love it. I love it.
It's kind of fitting. It is fitting. But yeah, just had fun with it. I want to bring things up to speed and, kind of freshen them up. And that's why even the background here on stage, as you can see, we kind of changed the font, the letter, kind of made it look a little bit different, and then added the black brick wall. Because, this is Freaky Friday, which anything goes. So we need to kind of be a little more secretive sometimes, because some of our conversations, we get carried away. We'll leave it
They're
at
going
that.
to start surveilling us.
They already are. That's
I
mean,
know.
that's what we're
The
going to get into.
algorithm. The algorithm's the worst.
Oh yeah, I've gotten in trouble before already on what we said on Freaky Friday. So make no mistake, we are already being monitored, guys. Bad, Jim, bad. It's like, okay, I won't do that no more. So, Crow, how was your week, my man?
Good. It was a good one.
Anything exciting happen?
Just a lot of Magic the Gathering.
Ooh, playing Magic, huh?
Yeah. Just sorting
Scary.
cards and sorting cards, and I sorted cards almost every day this week.
Sounds like a addiction or a fetish. I'm not sure which way to lean on that one, but it sounds disconcerting. I'm fine.
Let's get my picks.
Fine. Give me cards.
Very concerning. Very concerning.
It's funny you say that because I just put a pre-order in for the new set.
Oh. Yeah.
Okay, how many cards do you have so far total? That should tell you something, man. You don't even know what you got, and you ordered more.
You know what they say.
Order.
First step is always acknowledging the problem.
I was sitting here the other day when I was going through all the cards, and I was like, I feel like I'm short. And then I remembered
Whoa.
that when I split from my ex, I think she took some of my Magic cards. And I'm like, ooh.
Ooh.
She took all the high dollar ones. She's like, okay,
gone.
that's expensive. Yep, I'm taking those. Anything over $20, they're mine.
It's gone now.
Wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, CK is like, yeah.
Yeah.
Been through that one. We know how that game plays.
Yep. I was sitting. I was like, I feel like I'm missing something. Oh my god! It was like the puzzle piece. Fit. I was like, damn it.
I will hunt you down. I will take my cards back. They will be mine.
She
That's not
destroyed your set. Rude. Very rude.
That is rude. So now, of course, as Mr. Chuckles over there seems to know something about that, let's bring him on up here. CK, how's it going, buddy?
Hey, what's up, everyone?
Hey,
You guys hear me?
Yeah, sound good.
Yeah, how's everyone doing?
Going pretty good. About you, brother?
Going good, man.
Same old, work and more work and more work as usual. But yeah, I've had things disappear, mostly hoodies from ex-girlfriends, I'd say. So I know the pain for sure.
They like stealing your hoodies, huh?
Yeah. My hoodie count's over 10, I think.
Stop buying hoodies, then they can't steal it.
Right.
Yeah. True.
Get something you don't like, something they would never wear. Like a crow shirt. It's okay. That's why he gets homeless shirts.
Wow. That's where we're going.
That's where we're going. Hey, you're the one who said the homeless thing, so I'm just playing off that one, man. CK equals Mr. Chuckles. I like that. So, CK, I thought you had a surprise for us today, buddy. What happened?
What was the surprise?
That's what you got to tell us. What is the surprise? Come on, surprise
There you
us.
go. I put in private chat.
Oh, I mean, I could. I don't really.
You don't have to, but you had mentioned you wanted to do that, so I'm just giving you a friendly reminder, brother, because that's what I do.
This is what I look like. I don't care.
Dude.
You don't look like a brick wall, please.
Wait,
Oh.
I saw a flash.
He's a ghost. So, guys, if you don't know, this will be the first official doxing of CK, if he so chooses. That's up to him.
I'm
It's
honestly
pretty cool.
trying to figure out the camera stuff.
I think CK and our background.
You
have a
plug
lot
it in,
common.
you point it at your face, and it turns on. It's pretty cool. See? Just like this. And he broke it.
Back to the.
I will say I went to go turn my camera on, and the cats have finally grown up enough where they're now trading into my office, and it has been hell. And they knocked out my camera, and I'm like, turning the camera on, it's black, and I'm like, where the? Oh shoot, it's not there no more. Oh god damn it! I gotta hunt the camera down. You're muted.
Yes, sitting it is muted.
Yeah, I am. Urgh. Then you got to go find it. That's always fun.
They
CK
stole your
admin.
camera.
Oh, they've been freaking raising hell in here. They keep knocking over my Warhammer minis, like 1 or 2 at a time. And I'm like, they're one of them. I found he was like, he batted it. It was on the floor and he batted it. Then he looked up at me, right in time for me to reach down and grab him. And I threw him out the
You got
door.
air miles, huh?
And he went, and
And he's gone.
I need to play basketball because like it went, and he landed right on the chair. It's like, oh, you got lucky. Oh, you got lucky.
CK's
This is why we don't give crows small animals, because they're not safe. What are you gonna do when you have kids, man? That's...
Yeet!
They're
Yeah,
gonna learn.
throw him harder.
Grab by the scruff of the neck and just hurl for distance. There you go. Problem solved.
Hey,
Just
Ray's
like-
worse than me.
Yeet!
Yeah. She's hostile. I wonder where they get it from, man. You guys both seem to have hostile tendencies.
Oh yeah.
I wonder too. I really wonder.
Well, I can't blame me for that because she got the biology up there.
I am this sweet, loving person. I do anything for anybody unless you cross me.
I think there's something hereditary with these kittens though, because like I'll throw them, or Ray will throw them, and they'll come back. And I'm like, did you not get the memo?
That was fun. Let's do it again.
Yeah, but that was fun. Like I don't get it. It's like I'll grab one and throw him, and then he'll come up right back in my lap and look at me like, hey dude, let's do it again.
Kids do that too.
They just love a good beating, evidently.
If they think it's fun, you know.
Oh, come on. How many of us have actually done really stupid things we knew it was going to hurt, but it was fun?
Right.
Oh, yeah. Come on. We've all done it. And what do? We do it again. Take your pick, whether it's floating the river, it's paintball, car racing. I've done it all, man. Yeah. And he's back. Welcome back.
All right, we got it.
Oh, my God. Look at that.
Can you see me?
Yep.
We can.
Yeah, I guess I'm on the big screen.
I guess I'm on the big screen.
Welcome, CK. Good to see you, brother.
I wasn't
You've
told.
officially been doxxed.
Yeah. Oh no, I've been doxxed. I used to be like an influencer or whatever, you know, back in the day. Back in the day. But yeah, mostly when I started deving, kind of just went low key. But at this point, it's like, you know, when you're in Web3, like there's a trust factor, and if there's no face behind the company, no one's gonna want to work with you or anything. So yeah, I guess I'm doxxed. So Get your screenshots in now.
There you go. Well, thank you for doing it here, buddy.
Cheers.
It means a lot that you trust our family to share your doxing experience, brother. Thank you.
Yeah, no, I appreciate the platform. So
Always happy to have you here.
the brick wall is staying forever. So
Hey, you got kind of this weird ghosty thing going on behind you. It's like maybe you're an AI agent. Ooh.
I might be. No, I got this new Razer chair, which is awesome, by the way.
Uh-huh.
On Amazon, it's like $59, but it creates like, because it's like a, I don't know, like what a villain would wear in like one of those video games, like a cloak thing. I don't know.
Right.
Yeah.
Hey, that works. So now the reason I bring up AI agents, guys, I hope that some of you were able to watch those videos I shared, because man, those were creepy. And yes, our topic tonight is AI surveillance and protecting your proofing. Now, what really stood out about this to me is the video I watched where these police officers are putting in like a white male with a red shirt, 20 to 25 years old, and then it goes out and finds them on these security cameras. This is a 5-year-old video. It's been running that long. So you start thinking about the surveillance that's going on and how the advancement of AI over the last few years has just exploded. And it was really triggered by the second video, which was an interview about an article that was written where they're now using AI agents to go out and surf the net on social platforms and medias to basically pretending to be somebody that maybe a certain political affiliate is looking for, or a certain criminal type is looking for. There's a lot of weird, shady things. One of these AI agents is actually a 14-year-old boy who gives all these characteristics about himself, and this AI agent can actually interact in social media through chats, through things like that. You can send it a text, and the AI agent will respond as this person, and it'll have
pedophiles.
Exactly. And that makes sense in the criminal world, but it's almost this crazy part of where are they randomly baiting people? At what point does security violate your rights? I mean, when does it become keeping us safe to monitoring everything we do? I mean, think about all the smart devices we have. Is it just me, or does that creep anybody else out?
That first video, I think it was, the first video ended with that activist saying he doesn't want this to become a world where people are afraid to go out and do something because Big Brother's watching. And I mean, I see it getting there. And we have harassed China for years about their microcontrol. And what are they starting to do to us? And none of us are really red flagging it. Is it because we don't know they're doing it? Or is it because now it has become normal? When they normalize things, we don't freak out about them. You're muted, Serenity.
Oh, I was just agreeing. And there's the links to the two video guys that we're talking about. They're in the Down Home Crypto Discord. If you get some time, check them out. But we're going to go down the rabbit hole on this. So I'm kind of curious. So yeah, Wild Angel, I know you were able to watch that and kind of go down that rabbit hole. Anybody else know anything about this stuff?
I mean, I could definitely add some insight. Someone in the AI industry. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of technologies that are available to people that not necessarily say like everyone in the public knows about, let's say, and they are used for those types of things. So like you can use AI right now, go on ChatGPT, you can type in someone's Twitter handle and pretty much it'll tell you their whole life. Cross-reference it off of all platforms on the internet, complete like surveillance. That's just a basic example of it, and that's all OSINT, it's all above board. But yeah, I mean, so like when I was flying to Denver, actually, I signed up for that thing called Clear, which is when you're at the airport, you like get print. They do eye recognition and facial recognition, and then you don't need an ID anywhere in the States. And you skip the whole security line. They got me on they skipped the whole security line. so I fell for it. So I signed up for it. I don't need the real ID. I don't need a driver's license anywhere in the United States. They just can at TSA. They just check it, do the recognition. I walk right through. That's like a little creepy, I would say, because who knows if they have that on street cameras, like reading people when they're walking through stores or malls, you know? And now I understand that my stuff is in a database, obviously. It's a dangerous and dark road, potentially. If hopefully the right people are in charge, it is a beautiful light road. And we'll see, honestly.
But to counter that, what if it's saying if you're not in a database? You said your face may be in a database, but what if it's checking to see if you are in the database? So because it does the scan and then oh, he's not in the database, let him through.
Yeah, well, that's another very good point on watch lists and red flags that could come up and be a thing. And then there's protection, security versus privacy. Yeah. So I don't know. There's no answer really.
Well, there's not, but it's like anything else that's been invented throughout science. Is most of the things for mass destruction or that have caused massive harm were always originally intended to help humanity, but they've always been twisted. So it kind of makes you wonder, how could this get twisted in the wrong way? I mean, and are we letting it happen? I mean, like you say, you're willingly going up to TSA, scanning your retina scan in your face. Okay, so that right there is kind of creepy to begin with. It's like, wait, we're gonna do a retinal scan? Now what happens when all of a sudden this information gets sold to Google and they know that that security camera in the store, you walk into it, and I forget what movie this was, but every time you got off a train or went into a store, it flashed your eye and it knew everything about you. So you'd walk into a store and call out your name. Hi, Mr. So-and-so. Whoa. Hey, we have a sale on this today. Would you like to check this out? Because they know that's your style or your brand. And so you start thinking about how they could correlate all this information together and really manipulate your world around you.
It's already happening, I feel
like.
With advertisements, they've been doing it for a while. Go to whatever algorithm, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, it's on there. Your Twitter timeline, like whatever your views are leaning, let's say, that's what you're gonna see. You know?
And it's great because one of the things they pointed out in the video is, yes, we actually still have some privacy laws here in the US. But anybody says anything, they can stick it on YouTube and like some of the stuff we've talked about on here. I have very outspoken views about how this country has gone to hell in a handbasket. I'm a veteran. I think I've earned the right to say it. But if they don't like it, suddenly I'm on a watch list. And, an enemy of the state kind of thing if I get too outspoken. Little old me.
Well, if they knew you, that's legit.
No, it's definitely scary. Honestly, it's something I've thought about and I'm concerned with, but I don't think there's anything I can necessarily do about it. Honestly, I don't think there's anything at all I can do about it. Just hope that I'm on the right side of the coin when whatever party wins. Honestly, I don't know. What do you think, Alpha or Pro or anyone? Is there anything we could even do to slow it down or stop it if we wanted to? I don't think so.
One of the things in the video, it said that most of this technology was originally created to help with some kind of out of the US or a war or something. And then it was brought back in. It was that second video, I think. It was brought back in and was used on people with really solid cases for using it, like the cartel. They're bringing drugs in. Okay, we're going to go after the cartels. We're going to prove they're doing this with that kind of surveillance. But then it went to some not so solid cases. We greatly had this technology.
It's a very slippery slope. Yeah.
I think
We
I
have
think
been
I'll
to it.
remind us of something. WIF has periodically stated you are by 2030 you're going to own nothing and you're going to be happy. So clearly, WIF, World
What's that?
Economic Forum.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. So they have repeatedly stated this, and clearly they are doing everything in their power to make it happen. Now we're already in 2025. They have 5 years for their timeline. You know,
What year are we in?
2025, unfortunately.
That's
So
weird.
I would say, to answer your question, Zika, you asked, is there anything that we could do to stop it? Technically, yes. If we were to burn the whole system down.
Massive EMP, anybody?
You just got us all. You just got us all on the watch list. Dude.
Right. They are now.
Viva what's that? The rebellion.
It's bad. Whatever it is, it's probably bad, Alpha. You shouldn't be doing it. And I want to say hi to Corgi. Hi, Corgi. Sadly, she can't join us. She's out with Tookie's parents tonight. So thank you, dear, for tuning in tonight. We love you. And hope to catch you next week. But, one thing that really stood out here, whether it's good or bad, but one aspect they were talking about, and this is one that really stood out to me, and I kind of got a scare today, and I'll tell you about it. They were talking about how these AI agents are actually going out and they're on social media platforms. They're either putting up posts as a person or individual, hoping to lure these bad people in. Okay, so I can kind of see that. You put, it's like sending out a bag of money on the street waiting for somebody to pick it up. But then again, on some of these situations, some of these people are just their political views. And they actually mentioned several of these, like college students who are protesters, exercising their First Amendment right. If they say something too loud on campus in front of a camera or show up at one of these activation things, they can now be put on a watch list. Then the AI agents can actually start reaching out to that person individually, say, hey, we have this get together. Would you like to become a part of this? So then I start wondering, well, if they're actually feeding this information to this individual because they were at a rally or something like that, are they not creating almost like a bait kind of process? Like, how about you come join our cult and we talk about this, and maybe it starts very innocently just to see, they're like, nah, that sounds creepy, I'm out. Or, yeah, I've got one too, let's get together. Then the AI actually has whole conversations to the point it can go to text messaging and even voice calls. I mean, it's pretty advanced, scary stuff. Now, that's one of those where, okay, this is where we put on our tinfoil hats, boys and girls, because after watching this video, I want to share with you what I got. So, you've probably gotten something very similar to this, but literally about an hour after really watching these, digging into it, I got a text message on my phone. And this kind of threw me down the rabbit hole of crazy. Okay, it's like, okay, tinfoil hat moment. Out of the blue, I got this text right here. There you go. It says, hi, Mick. How are you doing today? Are you busy now? I have no idea who this phone number is. It just came up. And it looks like a, 13, 14-year-old girl. And it's like, why would I be getting a text like this? This is freaking weird. So it makes me wonder, are they sending these randomly to people? Have you guys experienced things like this? Weird messages didn't make any sense? Maybe had a picture or something? Or am I the only one?
I received them.
Yeah, okay.
And I
went
down the rabbit hole. It's mostly send us money. That's what it usually is.
Yeah, I've gotten plenty. Different types of things. I mean, like, I've opened DMs on Twitter, especially to some foul pictures, I'll say, and things like that. And then they like flip it into like, well, now you have this naked picture of me. You have to send me this much money. Like, so that's a straight up scam thing, right? And it probably is not a picture of that person.
More than likely.
More than likely. But yeah, I mean, so I think the point you were getting at is like, say like, they're kind of maybe just scraping, throwing feelers out to see who would bite, and then you get into bait and entrapment laws, and then all of that, and then we talk about privacy, and there's like, there's a very, very large gray area with the advancement of these technologies and where our legal system really sits. Our legal system has been behind, in my opinion, for a long time. I know there's no such thing as a perfect one. I get it. But I think it's been behind for a long time, and technology is rapidly evolving way quicker than our court system can even keep up with. That's my honest concern. Because, like, simple example, China with fentanyl. It wasn't illegal. They just started popping it out, sending it to America. Sinaloa cartel, they're all making billions and billions of dollars, whatever. Now it's illegal. They could just change one atom in the molecule of, say, Adderall, and technically it's legal now. And they just make money off of it until the government catches up and makes it legal. That's just a simple example with drugs. Extrapolate this over crypto, over everything, data is more expensive than gold. So, I don't know.
Okay. See if anybody else has some. You made a comment there, CK, that really, man, this is one that strikes home, and I don't think a lot of people realize this. And at least you're not in the crypto world. We know it in the crypto world because, like you said, data is more valuable than gold. And like you're talking at TSA, you're getting a retina scan, you're getting a facial scan. A lot of these are getting fingerprints from your ID, things like that. Once you have things of those nature, any AI agent can go out and reproduce you. Now they're running with your name, your identity, your reputation. You can absolutely do a video call to a bank and you give them, the right information, things like that. That can all be scraped. So at what point in time do we start losing our own self-security because we did a retinal scan or we responded to a text or something? We're like, hey, you look cute, thinking, okay, maybe somebody I know, maybe somebody I want to go to. Now all of a sudden you're on a watch list. So are you giving up your rights and your freedoms by just responding to bait and traps that they're putting out there? It's kind of interesting.
I'll make one point quickly, and I'll shut up. I think, end of the day, as history has shown us with everything that's come out, it's always going to be good versus evil. You're going to have your bad people, you're going to have your good people, and it's always going to be who utilizes the technology better and who, pretty much controls it. There's going to be people that abuse it, obviously. There's going to be people that use it for good. And I think that central concept is just going to exist as tech evolves. And just if you believe in humanity, you believe the good side will win. That's the way I see it.
We've even gone so far at Lowe's that now if somebody comes in and doesn't have their debit card with them, we've always checked IDs. Make sure their ID matches the name on their card. Okay, fraud prevention, standard fraud prevention, right? Now, this one particular card we have, because they can set authorized buyers, even if the authorized buyer has their ID, we have to scan their ID with another app to verify it's legit ID. It's not a fake ID. It doesn't save anything from what they say. It doesn't store that
you
data.
know of.
Right. Like I clarified that with, from what they say, it does not store that data. It just verifies it's not a fake ID as fraud prevention. But yeah, now we've got this whole other step. And it's like, we're a hardware store and it's a credit card. Really? Now, I did have somebody try to come through and say, I'm this person. It was an authorized buyer. The company had called us, says, hey, I've got this person. This is what he looks like using this name, trying to use my card. The company had called us and put us on alert because he'd done this at several stores in the area and had gotten through because he didn't have his ID. You guys know me. You can let me do this. He actually came to my line one night. And I said, I'm sorry, without your ID, I can't allow you access to this as a purchase.
Whoa.
Good girl.
But if I hadn't seen the note
Hmm.
the week before because they'd thrown the note away.
Huh?
Somebody had cleaned off the counter and thrown the note away. If I hadn't have seen that note, I would have let that go through.
Hmm.
But
Dang.
now, oh yeah, they're cracking down hard. It is crazy.
If I could just add one more thing, the other side of the coin is the overreach. I don't mean to call out Coinbase. It's just a company that I've had issues with locking up.
A lot of people. A lot of people.
And Chase as well. Will lock my money for undisclosed reasons for 14 to 28 days. They won't even tell me. So then you have the whole overreach side as well. So then it's like, I don't know.
We're almost kind of damned if we do, damned if we don't.
Hmm.
Either you go 100% off grid or you have to accept what they're doing. And there's really no middle ground for the average people because, like CK said, you've got the goods and you've got the bads. But then there's this whole 97% of the population that is in the middle, and we get stuck with the bullshit.
Yep. That's a good point. And you know, it's interesting. You talk about the good side or the bad side, but something took me years to discover because I was always a very black and white individual growing up, and it made it very hard with my obsessive characteristics. But I had to learn the shades of gray, the fact that there's a middle ground, and people will not always do the right thing depending on where they're at, the situation, their mindset, what financial situation they're in. If they find a wallet on the street that has $400 in it, maybe it has an idea, maybe it has something they can go through and start tracking down if they really want to. But maybe they're desperate and they found it. So lost and found, man. Hey, you lost my gain. Sorry. If they're doing good in life, they would probably take the time to return it. If they're really hard down on their luck, maybe they won't. Maybe they're like, oh my God, that's that magic payday I needed. And this guy lost it, so it's his loss. Could you get prosecuted for theft or, I don't know, some law for not returning something because there was a valid ID? I mean, and so it really kind of overshadows everything as far as what could they prosecute you for and how far will these laws go? You think about something like that, or I know I have gone to a store before where I've a self-scan or whatever, they checked out and I had something on the bottom, the cashier didn't check it out, and I didn't even realize it. Sometimes I have realized it and went back to, hey guys, you didn't charge me for this, I need to pay you back. Other times I didn't realize it for weeks and somebody said, when did you get this? Like, oh, I don't remember. There's like, I don't think we paid for that. Are you sure? Okay. Simple human error. So you got to start asking yourself, at what point in time does this become a problem where if they are tracking and monitoring you 24/7, anywhere, anytime, and it's linked to, like I said, your retinal scan, your facial scan, that all of a sudden the cops kick in your front door saying, hey, we're arresting you for shoplifting. You're like, what did I do? Well, you didn't pay for what was on the bottom rack. Could it get there? I don't know. What do you guys think?
Yeah,
Definitely could. If left unchecked, yeah. Sorry, go ahead, Secret. You're muted.
So I was gonna say with what Serenity was saying, like what is happening in the UK right now. If I make a Facebook post that says I'm British proud, cops are showing up to your house and arresting you. Like, to me, that's crazy. I know there's the other side. I'm not trying to pick it, but the point is, I just made a Facebook post. I didn't do anything to anyone else, and I could be arrested for that, which we've seen in Great Britain over the last couple of months. How far, and they've just let it go. Like, the civilians have just accepted it. They have no choice, and the cops, they're just cogs in the machine. They just want to do their 40 years and retire or whatever. They don't care. How far are we willing to go? I mean, I think the grand experiment was COVID and COVID vaccinations. How far could they push us before we would say anything back? That might be a controversial opinion, but that's my opinion.
It was a way to check the obedience factor. how obedient are they? How sheep are the sheep?
That's how I feel. It was like it was a check. It was like, at what point was the breaking point?
And it something I always go back to, especially because of COVID, is that if you want total control, you have to do it in stages. You have to induce a crisis, then you have to put that crisis through multiple stages, multiple waves, in other words, so that you can gradually numb everyone down so that they become more and more obedient with each wave. First wave, second wave. Yeah, but I think, although I would say technically, if you look at it from their perspective, COVID was mostly a success, but there is that facet that it wasn't actually successful because people are a little more resistant than they expected. I mean, I'm just thinking back to all the strikes. If people were really that obedient, then there wouldn't have been those massive strikes. We wouldn't have seen a lot of what we did see. Even in South Africa, and like I keep saying, South Africa is very boring. Yet here, because of these waves of lockdowns and the attempt to control people went batshit crazy. They started looting, they started destroying malls, they started wrecking buildings and everything. They were like, we're not staying in our house. You don't tell us what to do. We're going to do what we want and you're not going to be able to do anything about it. And that's kind of what we saw for quite a bit. Though then again, was any of that manufactured artificially? Maybe. Was it not? Maybe.
I don't know if we'll ever know the truth on that one. That's kind of a Kennedy assassination thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
It was the CIA. We know that. It's okay.
Well, getting into surveillance.
I'm on the list now. This whole stream is getting on the list. We're all now most wanted. I'm waiting.
Why did I dox on this episode?
Boy, did you pick a fun one to get into?
Don't worry, I've been on the list for a while. It's okay, sometimes you just get that FBI message like, yo, chill for a bit.
Yeah, and it's like
time to calm down.
Gotta catch them all.
Well, going back to, like, if you find a wallet on the street or something, eventually with all these surveillance cameras, because in the videos they were saying they're tapping into business cameras, people's home cameras, like your Ring devices on your phone, on your doorbells and stuff. One of our contractors, I was checking him out and I scanned the 50 he gave me because we have a machine that we scan them through to verify they're not counterfeit. He says, hey, I was going to take this to the bank, but I found this as I was leaving a job site today. It was $100 bill, folded up. And he's like, can you? I'm like, sure. Took it, scan it through. I said, yep, green light. But if that had been, even a year from now, depending where surveillance is at in Boise, Idaho, would that have been something they would have picked up as suspicious and gone and, busted down his door kind of a thing as theft? I mean, it's crazy.
It is. And like Hope was saying, she's been watching the Person of Interest in TV. It's all about AI intelligence and how they follow people. It's creepy. It is. It's very creepy. And, it makes you wonder. So at what point in time? So let's think that contractor did find the $100 bill like you're talking about, Angel. And, maybe he just legitimately is the story's actual real. What if he's actually a counterfeiter and he wants to check his own work? And he's like, all right, jackpot. Okay, we know that these manufacturer scanners now are okay to use our funds with. So there we go. I mean, you start thinking about all the different ways, and you could put the tinfoil hat on and really go down the rabbit hole of craziness. But let's go back to the simplest of forms, because I know most of us adults have done something that we are not proud of or probably should have gotten arrested for, like 104 miles an hour on the freeway in a 65. Thankfully I didn't. The cop was cool. Actually, she said because of COVID.
It was COVID that saved your ass.
It totally saved my ass. But when I was a kid, I used to race. I used to do stupid shit. I think all of us did. But nowadays, knowing that that security and that surveillance is there, how many lessons of life are not going to be learned until it's too late?
I think that's like a bang on point. Like the most basic example is like I was like the last generation. I feel like I grew up with bicycles and like playing Manhunt and like just learning social skills at a young age, you know. And a lot of millennials, which is the generation under me, they struggle with social skills. Just look at the statistics, right? And it's a very important thing to have in social skills to talk to other people. This is a very small example. Extrapolate that over like what you're saying and the way we're headed. Who knows, honestly, what's going to happen? Like we adapt, like humans adapt to their surroundings. And if you don't need to talk to anyone outside of a video camera like this for 10 years, it's going to be real weird when you got to present in front of 1,000 people, you know, like.
Or get a job face to face and do an interview.
Yeah. I don't know.
Have the AI do the interview for you. Just get your AI agent to show up. It's okay.
Yes.
So what do you think about that, Crow, as far as like we're talking about the older generation, how we grew up and stuff, how you did? Do you think there's a big variation in your social skills? And have you seen that in your peers where they don't fit in maybe as well, or maybe they fit in better than like the older generation? What do you see?
I wouldn't say my generation, but I would say the next one. The one underneath. Everyone younger than me, I should say. Everyone younger than me, I noticed quirks. But you know, as one hand where they're quirky, they fit in with other people who are in their generation who is quirky with them. So it may just be being a separation between people who went outside a lot and did all that stuff to the people now. I mean, who's to say? Because they clicked together, they hung out together, everyone got along together. I didn't fit in because I was like, nope, you guys say some weird things and I'm okay. You guys say just a couple phrases that drive me wild, and then I'm see the door.
And you know, I got to give my hats off to you, Crow, because you know, I would have to respectfully disagree because I would say it is your generation. However, you are not, in my opinion, of your generation. You have musical interests that are closer to mine. You have experiences in life that are closer to mine. So I think you had an awesome childhood because you grew up more like my childhood when we drank out of garden hoses, we wrecked bikes, we raced cars, we did all the stupid things. You know, we just left early in the morning and nobody saw us until like dark 30 and we came running in and that was it. Nobody cared. Eventually. So, you know, I gotta say, Crow, you are one of the coolest younger generation that I've ever hung with. So, you know, hats off to you, but I could also say that, you know, other people your age that I've met, they're not that way. Not even close. They say the phrase and things. I'm like, the hell are you even talking about? For God's sake, speak English, man.
Oh, the brain rot.
Yeah.
The brain rot.
That's what I call it. I'm sorry, it's brain rot. Like, what do you mean, skibidi res? Yeah, English.
I don't even know.
Yeah, I know I'm not old, but I started to feel old when someone was like, show the list of like common phrases and like, what do they actually mean? I started reading this. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yes.
What the hell?
Yes.
This doesn't.
Yes.
My radio station this morning, as I was going to work, they were reading a list of phrases that are no longer trending.
Oh.
Okie dokie is not trending.
No.
No shit.
No.
We knew that in the 80s. You get punched in the face, you said that. Okie dokie. Brah!
Well, if I say okie dokie, I'm being really sarcastic. Because it's like you're not getting the point. But it was phrases that were just bruh, saying bruh.
Oh, and
that's no longer trending.
And phantom text.
I say, bro.
That's a.
And stuff. It's no longer fashionable. You need.
I gotta let Toki know because in his last stream he was saying "bruh" a couple times. So I gotta
bruh
make fun of him.
is not a thing anymore.
Is
Okay.
it
We gotta,
Sorry,
we
Toki.
gotta,
I gotta
we
update.
gotta get him up to date with the brain rot now. We have
Oh,
to do
and
like
brother.
New
that.
lingo.
Brother is no longer a thing.
Those are two things I've said today.
I know.
Sorry, CK, you're no longer cool, brother.
Yeah, dude.
You're old now. You're old now, sir.
But
Sorry.
it was things like that.
Yeah.
I'm like,
You have to be like that Sigma bro of mine.
Oh God,
I don't
don't.
even know what that means.
you're outdated, CK.
Yeah. No,
I mean, there's even a couple things that my girlfriend will say, and I look at her, I'm like, what do you?
What do you mean?
What are you doing?
English.
yeah. You know, I've
Crazy.
seen, I've like, through actually, which I love about crypto, blockchain, the whole industry. I have a lot of friends, of course, internationally, and I find
No.
interest in learning their slang and stuff and the stuff they say. So like I work with like my mod team is all based in Nigeria. So like I've been like just for fun and because I actually care. Like I've been like trying to learn the slang
Pigeon.
and stuff.
Pigeon.
And yeah, and I like and so like and it's not like a mock. I'm like I want to relate to them. I want to like show them respect, you know. So like I've taught myself basic like Nigerian slang and it's like whatever they say, wagwan, bumble,
Walk on, yeah.
they don't know, like you know what I mean, like, and I'm slowly learning, but it's from a perspective. But from a slang wise perspective, things are changing. Like mandem is a British term for like your friend group, like, or I don't
Yeah.
know, maybe I'm old and that's not a thing anymore.
Yeah,
That
I
was-
also got a few
yesterday.
I also got a few Nigerian friends, and I pull out the pigeon. They're like, "Yo, when did the what does the one guy call me? It's like when did the white guy learn to speak pigeon? Oh, albino. He's like, when did the albino learn to speak pigeon?
Yeah.
You guys talk this all the bloody time. How am I not gonna pick it up?
Yeah.
I'm like, wouldn't they be talking now? Wouldn't? And then I'll be like, when did you learn that? I'm just like, you said it. You said it like 2 days ago.
Since we're jumping down rabbit holes and avenues and all that fun stuff, at work I've been watching this TV show called Severance. If you haven't watched it, it'll screw with your head. So the whole premise of the story is they've developed a way to separate your memories from when you're outside work and when you're inside work. So there's in the episode they'll go down this elevator because where they work is in the basement. So they'll go down the elevator and then all of a sudden like you'll see like the facial expressions change and they'll turn almost like a different person. Like, and then they'll go and they'll do their job for the day and then they'll go back in the elevator, hit the up button, and as they go up the elevator, they go back to who they originally were because
Okay,
their
which-
memories are separated. Their experiences are different.
Which streaming service is this on?
I'm watching on Apple.
Isn't it on Netflix also? I think I saw it on
Maybe
Netflix.
I don't know. I watch it through my avenue, which is Apple.
It's-
I get it free, Apple TV,
That's weird.
and it's trippy. Like watching like because like for them it's Mondays. Every time they go to work, they're working every single day. So like they'll wake up and like it's Monday. Okay, today's Tuesday, and then there goes the weekend. It's Monday again.
Is that have anything to do with duality at all? Do they touch on that or no?
Duality, like you mean like, what do you mean by that?
Left, right brain duality, like
They
spiritual.
haven't touched the left or the right brain or anything like that. It's just somehow they implant this thing into your head that separates your memories. So like the person who's out of the basement doesn't like who was originally the person, you know, doesn't remember anything about the basement. Never been in there, has no memories of it because the memories are separated. So
That
they
would be
don't
epic data security.
they
kind
don't
of
know
freaky.
they don't know who they're working they don't know who they work with because they stagger when they leave. They stagger them by 5 minutes, so like outside of that job, they don't know who they work with.
It's like taking the concept of leave your personal life at the door to a whole new level.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I've been
That's-
watching it, and it's been like you'll see a scene where like they're going out like a fire escape, and because someone's trying to leave, and they go out the fire escape, and then like you see them like leave the door, and it's like them walking right back inside. because the person who's having the memories, they never left the place. They never made the decision to come back, but someone did for them.
Does this touch on quantum at all? Like quantum parallel?
Not yet.
No.
I think I'm like 5 or 6 episodes in. I watch it during my breaks at work. I'll sit there during lunch, and while I eat, I'll watch it on my phone. So I
We
get
gotta
like little bits
out.
throughout the week.
Everyone definitely needs to watch it. It's pretty crazy.
It-
I watched a
it-
video about it.
Yeah,
On
and there's like
YouTube.
some really trippy scenes. Like you'll watch from the other point of view, like the person who, not the non-worker, and you'll see them like she walks out and she's like in a fire escape, and she's like, "Why am I here?" And she's like, "You're having trouble." There's a guy there. He's like, "You're having trouble adjusting. Just turn around and go back in." And then she goes back in, and then she's walking right back inside to the fire escape. And she's like, "What just happened?" He's like, "You just turn around, and go back inside."
That's crazy.
Yeah,
That's wild.
it
You know, when
messes
I
with
had
you.
that happen, my
But that
shrink
basically
called it
means-
multiple personality disorders, and they filled out
Yeah.
a form for me. So I don't know. I guess that's normal now.
Those are my Twitter alt accounts.
It's called Severance, and there's some things that are just like, oh my, go back. Okay, that makes sense.
So pay attention while you're watching.
Oh yeah.
It's not one to watch and cook dinner at the same time.
No, definitely
Gotcha.
not.
I have a question.
That's crazy.
for Serenity.
Yeah.
I want to hear your opinion on this.
Yeah.
So as AI advances, we know that already most rudimentary jobs can be done by AI. We know that. We all know that. Staff accountants, software engineering, pretty much like even they released robots recently that are more accurate and have a higher success rate than the best neurosurgeons in the world. With AI. So it's not just low skill level jobs; it's the whole thing, right? That can possibly be replaced with robots, AI, and everything. If we get to a point where humans have AI to do all the work for us, do you think it'll turn into a positive for us in a utopian society? And I'm saying this sarcastically because I don't think that's how it's going to come out. Or is it going to turn into a profiteering type of thing? And basically, if you get the short end of the stick, you get the short end of the stick.
That's a good question. And to answer this, I got to put on my full blown tinfoil hat. I wish I had my tinfoil because, personally, I think as long as the financial system operates the world, I think everything is to be profit driven, and those who have the money will always step on the guys who don't. It's just the way it is. I mean, they feed off the working class people. We've been manufactured through education, through everything, to be a punch the time clock 9 to 5, perform manual tasks, so the rich get richer. I mean, that's just the way it's always worked, in my opinion. But then what happens when they no longer need the sheep to perform the tasks? And, it really makes it scary because, I mean, we're already seeing in the financial world where we're pushing borderline recession, things get scarier. US dollars are losing dominance. I mean, all these things, we're seeing a changing of empires, if you will. We had the British Empire, now the US Empire, now who's going to come next? Well, about that time frame, it should happen. And so then you start looking, yeah. And I don't know about you guys, but everywhere I live, every couple of days I see, oh, this chain is closing down. I saw US Bank is closing like 89 branches or something. I mean, things are shutting down left and right. And it's not because the people don't want to participate or interact with, it's that they can't afford to. And so what happens when these people are no longer needed to do these tasks, which means they're no longer getting paid to do these tasks. Now they can't afford to. So, I really think it's going to be much more of a dystopian kind of environment where, take things like Blade Runner, these things that just look all teched out and nobody has jobs, everybody stays home, and it's just gang wars. And I think it's going to be very much turn into a point where technology is going to overshadow humanity, and the people who control the technology are going to be the ones that have the power. Everybody else is just meat. And I think those people are going to have to fight for themselves. And so, going back to, let's kick back to the COVID, put this hand in hand. Pig butchering, I thought, was the term. Oh, is that what it is? Okay. Not weird. They're very common and start a fraud called...
Separate conversation. No, I didn't mean to interrupt.
Okay.
Your brain.
No, you're good. I'm totally confused. I see this. But so then you start thinking, our technology is surpassing our humanity. Some people would love to say, well, that means we have free time to go out and learn to paint or do music or all these great things that we don't have time to do. I think that'd be great. But to do that, the people who are in control, that have the money, need to stop controlling the money. We don't need people with billions of dollars. They can't spend billions of dollars. Why the hell do they have it? That whole trickle-down economic effect, just like Cyril's talked several times before, that needs to change. Everybody only gets a certain amount. Everything else trickles down. Everybody gets a reasonable amount to live comfortably, and I think it'd be great. Sadly, I think the people who have the money and have the power are unwilling and will be unwilling to ever release that because greed is their number one priority. So I think it's going to lead to some sort of revolution or uprising or something. And I'm not going to say it's like Terminator Judgment Day kind of thing, but it very well could be right in the streets of breaking and going after these technology companies because they are taking so many people off of the workforce.
Well, and
Yeah, every big change comes with a revolution, and a revolution is always stained in blood.
Yeah, I was gonna say no. I agree on all your points, and I think, yeah, I mean, every, I don't know, what is it, 300 to 400 years, there is a significant revolution or something like that.
And we're due for
200.
I'm not saying there is gonna be one. I'm not saying that, but I doubt the people that control the money and supply and everything will be so willing to just be equals with commoners.
Right.
You could say. So I don't know. I think it'll be a hard integration. I would say.
Historically,
I think it will. Good.
Historically, it's always been the haves versus the have-nots.
Mm.
And the more separation between those two, the more friction. And if you go by historical patterns, we are due for a revolution.
Mm.
We are due for the people standing up and saying, knock it the fuck off. And I'm right there with them on a lot of the crap because I've served my country. I know what I signed up to defend. And this sure the fuck isn't it.
Mm-hmm.
No, I'll just give one example. I mean, you guys know I work in insurance.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, we spoke about this. Like, I'll get told to deny a claim that is clearly they deserve the claim. Like, they need the health insurance to pay the surgery or they'll die. And I'll approve it. My boss will supersede it and say, nope, look at this one line in the 300-page contract. We don't have to pay the $5,000. We're denying it. And, like, to me, I'm like, this whack, man. But I can't say that to my boss.
And then it goes to external review.
Yeah. But I'm like, that's whack. Like, but that's just the way it is. Like you said, it's profiteering.
So that brings up a great point, CK. I'm going to spin this back around to something you made a comment earlier about, the good and the bad people, the right and the wrong, and that the good people will always do what's good. And so this is a great example of where society and business has forced us to not allow us to be that good person. Because if you stand up and say, no, bullshit, this needs paid. I don't care what you say about this one line in 300 pages, this needs paid. This is saving lives. And they say, oh, well, I'm sorry, you're not a team player, so you're fired. I mean, they've kind of made it impossible for people to stay good.
Yeah, because then you put your career at risk.
Right.
If you won't be obedient or comply. Like I said, comply or die is very prevalent in corporate America, I'll say. And I don't know. I'm hoping for a good outcome, I'll say. Hoping for a good outcome. That's it.
Yep.
You gotta conform to the system or break the system.
Great. We are all getting flagged as revolutionaries right here. It's like, those people started this.
Yeah, I've always seen myself as someone that would lead a revolution if it must ever come to it. It's just how it is. I'm not the person that can conform. I quite enjoy going against the grain. being like, nah, not gonna happen. You know what? Let me go find some like-minded people. And that's like also interesting is that we have, you know, different communities in South Africa. I mean, we have 11 official languages. We have 3 main different communities: darker skin, lighter skin, and in between skin. I know Americans don't like the terms, you know, especially the term that we refer to as ourselves here in the Cape. So we have the Cape people, and the Cape Malay have this thing called Cape Sit, which is where we are trying to break away from RSA, the Republic of South Africa, because republics don't work. A republic is probably one of the most stupid forms of governance that humanity has ever come up with. I don't like it. I don't believe it works, and I've never seen it work. No republic has ever been established as being functional past 50 years. The first 20 years already it starts breaking down.
It's an oligarch in a wrapper.
Yeah.
Yep.
Shit, I really am going to put up one.
We're
all
going
going
to
to
get
gym.
monetized tonight.
Oh yeah, totally. I'm gonna get hate mail. I'm gonna get this thing from YouTube and then from the government, and they're like, "Okay, you are now a person of interest." Like, well, thank you. I've been a person of interest since I was like 5. Yeah.
Thank you for taking interest in me.
Great.
Like, thank you. That's one more honorary badge on my sash. And you know, it's kind of funny as a content creator. It's like I sold Alpha this when he started getting into this. Is, you know, we're kind of like the Boy Scouts or Cub Scouts, you know, Girl Scouts, whatever you want to call them. Remember how they had those sashes and they had a little badge for every merit badge they accomplished? I've got one for death threats. I've got one for demonetization. I've got one for
Hate
pretty
mail.
much everything. Yeah, hate mail, you name it. I've got that honorary badge. So I kind of think it is rite of passage. I'm pretty proud of my, you know, rebellionism.
You got your death threat in less than a year.
Yeah.
We were not even monetized on YouTube yet, remember? It was in your first, I think, 6 months because a project that you were talking about went down.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And oh my God, all hell broke loose.
Yep.
That makes sense.
And this is even with the disclaimer. This is not financial advice. Do your own research. He still got a death threat.
No, it's sad because I think I got one last week. Honestly, it happens very often. But like,
I'm surprised I haven't.
yeah, you'll get it.
You'll get it.
You'll
Give it time.
It's all fluff. No one's doing shit.
I mean, I've been here in crypto for 3 years. I've been quite, what's the word? Very involved with quite a few projects in this time. And yet the worst I've gotten was, "Oh, I'm taking you to court." I was just like, come, please do it.
Judgment proof.
I'm begging of you, please do it so I can leave this place. I'll get to travel. It'll be awesome.
Hey, and add a badge.
You know, yeah. Anyway, they clearly never completed that thread. So who knows? We'll see.
It's hard to say. The world's a crazy place, and it's getting crazier. And that's you know, sometimes that's a lot of reason why I choose these topics in Freaky Friday, because like this AI security and things like this, people are not talking about this. This is going on. In fact, one of those videos is 5 years old, and I had no idea it was at that degree already. And I mean, I'm fully involved in this, you know, this technological growth, and still I had no idea it was to that degree. And so the biggest thing here, guys, is to always question, always keep an eye out, look around, pay attention to what's going on, because I guarantee if you're watching the news, you're reading the newspaper, that's not what's happening. That's what they want you to know is happening.
Yeah.
Sorry, what's...
Mainstream news is propaganda. Pure and simple. It is propaganda. It is a distraction from what is really going on. If you want to know what's going on, go check out your little back alley newspapers or those news feeds that aren't owned by one or two, where all of them are owned by one or two companies. Go check out those little mom and pop newspapers.
The ones that still have, what's the word? Journalistic integrity.
Exactly. And that's where you're going to find the real news. Or shows like this
Just put your tinfoil hat on. You'll be good.
Yeah, I used to be able to rely on Twitter for news. That has changed a little bit with the algorithm and censorship and all that crap. I still use it as my base, though, I'll say, to get my what is going on, and then I'll dig deeper onto other areas and ask around of what is actually going on. Kind of. That's the way I approach it. Like, there's other websites. Like, I think AP is pretty good. They don't really lean one way or the other. But there's other sites. This we all know.
Yeah,
Always trust but verify.
I've also been a pretty huge user of Twitter for my source of truth because it's been pretty good. Just recently, it hasn't been as good as it used to be, but it's fine. Is what it is. We'll just have to find the next Twitter.
Just be careful because you never know what that message you're receiving, who's on the other end of that. Because, things are getting weird, and they make no mistake. Politicians and governments and stuff are utilizing our AI agent technology against us. So, man, be leery, be aware. Everything you say or do. Okay, what?
There's actually this Reddit. I think it's called Change My Mind, right? So it's basically like people say the most out-of-pocket things, kind of. They'll have their hot takes, and then you kind of have to talk them out of it and give them you have to kind of change their mind on it. I mean, change my mind. So a university actually used AI and went and trained the AI on this Reddit to convince people that their opinion is wrong, and it was more successful than actual people. Surprise.
I mean,
well,
just quick, that touches on the CIA experiment. Remember, they put 100 people in a room. They put the one person who wasn't an agent as the last person. They asked if this color on the screen was blue, but the color was red. They had all 99 people say yes. Then it got to the last person who wasn't involved, and he disagreed with the room because he was scared to disagree.
Whoa.
Answer right there.
right.
Well, that leads to the 10th man. In an entire room full of people that are saying one thing, there should always be one person saying the opposite.
That's me.
10th man.
We're doing a great job of staying off watch lists tonight.
We're definitely stirring the pot, that's for sure. But believe it or not, we've actually run out of time, guys. We're at the end of our Freaky Friday for this week.
I think we ran out of time 12 minutes ago.
Yeah. Hey, that's okay. We're the boss. We can do whatever we want. We can keep going. We can say, hey, okay, it's dinner time. But I know you guys have different lives, different things, and you guys who are watching, I hope this has really helped wake you up to what's going on in the world and makes you question your life just a little bit more. Question what's going on. When somebody says something, you can trust them, but verify it. It's nothing wrong with that. So be safe out there. It's the biggest thing because things are getting weird. And if you get weird messages like I did on the phone and you think, hey, she's a cute girl, let me ask her out on a date.
Delete it.
That could be an AI agent. Yeah.
Just delete it.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what I'm going to do. But I really wanted to show you guys that this is the kind of stuff, and you start thinking about it, and a lot of people might say I'm crazy. They may say, hey, we're all just a bunch of quacks up here. But you know what? If you don't realize that this is a possibility, you might accidentally trip and fall in a very deep hole with a very long prison sentence and not even know why you got there. So please, be safe out there.
I think I was it.
Alpha's like, okay, I gotta delete that right now because that was a bad one. You see that? Who else sees Alpha going, oh shit, I gotta get rid of that? Ooh, no, bad.
There was one recently, I think. I'm trying to find it. I think it was in my emails, though. It's always coming to my emails. Just like, damn, these damn people. Oh, it says, how's life? I'm just like, what? What?
Right. We're all getting them. It's like, makes you wonder what's really going down there. So, guys, let's go and close out for night. And I want to thank everybody for tuning in. And if you would, please do me a favor. Make sure to like and subscribe because we're going to be here every Friday going down these rabbit holes of who knows what. That's the fun part here. But we want to have you join us. So we love you guys. And I'm going to let everybody take us out. Catch you next weekend. So let's start with a man himself on his first debut appearance, CK.
I used to see myself. Yeah, no. Thank you for everyone for coming out. It was a great conversation. I think these are very important topics, and we put a nice, light touch to it. I think we're a very diverse crew up on the stage from many different aspects of life, and technology is going to keep rolling. So either roll with it or get left behind is honestly what's going to happen, or go off the grid. Up to you.
Well said.
Oh, is it me now? Damn. Okay. Well, I think I would say, it seems like we're going to a very dystopian era, and we kind of have to mentally prepare ourselves so that maybe we do, maybe we don't. But we have to prepare ourselves for either one, and depending on how it goes, different kind of mental preparation has to be had. And in the meantime, maybe we just try to take advantage of everything we can, learn everything we can, and not be a sheep. Just don't be a sheep. Just learn. Actually go out, do the research, learn what's real, and not just what you're told is real. Because at the end of the day, ignorance is not bliss. It's how you get screwed over. Bye.
I like that. Ignorance is not bliss. It's how you get screwed over. Ignorance is dangerous. I've kind of had my say tonight already. So I'm just going to say thanks for coming, everybody. Try stay off those watch lists, but don't be sheep. Speak up. Watch what's going on around you, because scary things are coming. And it's speak up or forever hold your peace. You can't complain if you don't speak up.
My bad.
No worries. It was an afterthought anyway.
Okay.
Invest in your sleepwear, invest in your couches, invest in your chairs you sit in all day. Because that stuff adds up if it ain't good quality.
Well said. Love y'all. Catch you next Friday. Have a great weekend.